This is a Emergency Broadcast. Code Red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Broadcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. 197 we're at.
We're here.
And we do not have a guest, I hear. Oh, well, that's fine enough. Okay, cut me on those couple more phone calls there, Chucky boy, and we'll get them rolling.
Yes.
Okay, here we are. Once again, we'll talk about... Now, I'm talking now, there, sidekick.
You are.
Calm down.
We're live,
Calm
Uncle.
down, sidekick.
Live.
We are going to talk about tonight, since we have no callers or no guests, about this dingbat we have in the White House.
Wait, we want callers, don't we?
Yeah, we want callers.
Well, let's put out the number.
Oh, put out the number.
Okay, the live call number here every Friday night on ochili.com. When we're live, you can call this number. Do call tonight. 319-527-5016. 319-527-5016. Yes, Uncle.
And have us chat in if you want to chat in about this dingbat that we have in the White House.
Yep, lots of chat action going on.
Shout out and all these crazy men. This man, let me explain something here, sidekick.
Go for it.
This man is not the proper person. I'm going to tell you. He's talking about, oh, he's wealthy, he's healthy. He ain't close to being healthy. He's just saying that to kill everybody else.
Oh, that's his plan.
That is planned, exactly. This dingbat, there's a never had in the White House department. We have to have a proper person that knows what he's talking about.
So he's gone.
He's going bananas.
He's kind of lost it.
Yeah. I think he has mental problems in his head.
He might have some metal in his head. So, he's not a metalhead. He'd be cool if he was, but he certainly is not cool in any way.
Oh, he didn't say it today. I didn't either.
Do you think he might be becoming evil, Uncle?
It looks that way.
Would you say, do you see any similarities between Donald Trump, what's now happening with him, and, say, a supervillain from a comic book or comic book movie? Supervillain.
Not even with him.
It's about the same, right?
Mm-hmm. About even with him.
It's interesting.
I mean, this is gone. Actually, Winston, fellow we had on last week.
Yes.
He could make a comic strip.
He could
of him, just like you're saying here.
There's an idea for you, Winston.
Yeah, Winston has a thing for you. Think about.
Make a superhero and supervillain comic.
The comic on this nut.
One request I would have is please don't make Biden the superhero or Kamala Harris for that matter, please. Fine. But do make Donald Trump the supervillain. Because
No, I'm talking about Donald Trump.
Yeah, I know.
Not the other guy.
We don't need to even talk about them. They're non-issues.
Not him. I'm talking about
they're not
Donald
important.
Trump.
No, I know.
I mean, this is what I've been talking about the past hour.
Yeah, it's interesting, Uncle. The past hour, I was actually comparing Donald Trump to a supervillain, and then you seem to be doing the same thing of your own volition, and we did not. I'll let the listeners know we did not have any discussions before doing either of these shows. We didn't discuss what we were going to talk about. We didn't say, let's do a show about Donald Trump. Well, we just both kind of decided to do that on our own.
It was in my head to might as well do it because the way he's reacting to people. I mean, he's actually talking, trying to be, I don't know what you call it, a dingbat or whatever you call it, to understand that he wants to get elected. There's no way people will elect him unless it's his own people.
Well, yes.
That are stupid.
He's got his people.
That are stupid.
Uncle, let me ask you a question, Uncle, because, usually you don't do politics.
Yeah, I know I don't.
Right?
But
so
this one gets to me.
You gotta do it, right?
Yeah, this one. on this
Okay.
point. But
See-
I don't usually do politics. You're right.
Oh, I know.
Chuck.
Well, a while ago, you were saying to
but
me.
it's just
Yeah.
bugged the heck out of me listening to these people on the television and the election in like 24 more days.
Crazy.
And they're pushing the subject to panic button. Man, I got my thing ready to mark the right man in that house. Just today I got it in the mail. I mean, you two didn't get it yet. Me and Nana got it. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
But
mail day.
But the post might have it tomorrow. I don't know.
So
All right.
you got your mail-in ballot.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah.
But this is absolutely not. I think your wife's talking on the right track though about this.
Oh yeah.
And
She's on top of it,
and her
right?
sister, she's got my attention.
They're not fans of Donald Trump.
That the Republicans are terrible. We need, I gotta say, a Democrat back in there. Because I think the Democrat does owners better. He's for the people.
We need to bring back balance to this equation, right, Uncle?
Where do you see a Republican being for the people? It's like
Well,
since we're talking about
I'm
this.
surprised that they're ever even able to pull off the argument that they are at all. But they just do, again, with like these moronic little things that just fire up their base. It's like, oh, this, and they'll play like to the things that they know that they're into. And they don't have to actually care about it. And they hide the obvious agenda that they have and try to act like they're their guys. It's just always confounds me when just clearly it's the party of the upper class and it's there to further their conquering of our society.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And I mean, I don't see the Democrats as a whole lot of different, but at least they pretend to have the greater good as part of what they're doing and to care about people who don't have any means to do much of anything. Yeah. So at least they say that's what they're doing. So I don't know.
Back to this virus. Oh, we'll slip down to the virus for a moment. And now on top of having that, he has a virus problem.
He does.
And this going on, I won't get 25 feet from him to anybody that even has it. This is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm going to send in my ballot.
He's a picture of health. He's doing fine. He's never been better. He's probably immune. He's not sure. He thinks he is.
Yeah, but that's
Whoa.
That's my feet.
Yeah, careful there.
I'm just getting aggravated when I get
knocking on our door here.
Knocking on doors.
I hope it's not
just
anybody.
this kind of stuff going on.
Yeah, it's getting crazy.
Now,
call in.
Call in. And
Tell us what you think.
What do you think about this, people?
How do you feel about our president?
Yeah.
What, is he becoming a supervillain? Is he just fine? Has he never been better? Is he sick? Is he not sick? Weigh in on these important topics.
Right.
Call 319-527-5016 to be on the line with us, and you tell us what you think. I want to hear this.
In the chat room, Lucum registers that what the people need is a New Year's revolution.
Well, that's coming. That's coming. That ain't nothing. That comes every year. What are we talking about?
It is in the works.
It's in the work. It's coming. It comes every year. It's not like this president every 4 years.
I have
every year.
I have been working on it, Uncle.
Oh,
I've been putting work into it.
I don't know what you've been putting into that thing.
I've been working on some graphics. I've been working on sort of arranging I've got a big plans for like the introduction of the show that I want to have a little bit of fun with. And so just bringing all that together, and it's going to be good. It's going to be a good show this year. So listen and tell others to listen for that matter, if you can. And let people know.
We have been talking on the Instagram this past week. I had to take one of them off because...
Yeah, we were all amped up, but then we were told, like, take it down. Like, okay, what do I care? It was you holding a sandwich. You're holding a sandwich.
Yes, I'm holding a sandwich, but it's Nana. Yeah, she doesn't want get my stuff off when you don't show it to her.
I didn't think it was a bad picture, but if it's going to ruffle
Don't-
feathers in the house, it's not worth it, Uncle. It's
Not
just
that-
Instagram.
On that one.
It's just Instagram. It's like if it's a dumb picture that can come down,
If I take it off.
it's not a big deal. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
So, Instagram, overall, Instagram is a lot of fun.
I know.
And it would be, we don't make
I-
too many posts, but when we do, I really do enjoy doing it.
I was, though, wondering if anybody got the second to last one about my comment about him. And his sick president we have now.
Comic?
Comic, what I told you about, if they had anybody talk about
Oh.
him on the Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, all sorts of stuff comes up
That
in the
was-
comments,
Seen
doesn't
that
it?
one. So,
Yeah. Hey, follow our Instagram at Uncle Podcast.
.com.
Same thing for Twitter at Uncle Podcast. Follow us and
Are we allowed?
engage with us.
Are we allowed to ask about what had to be taken down from Instagram exactly? I'm not understanding this.
No, absolutely. It was just a picture that my son took, actually, of Uncle eating his lunch outdoors in the yard. He was holding a sandwich, and it was just him holding a sandwich. And I don't. It's a brother and sister thing between him and his sister. And I was just like, okay, there's nothing really wrong with it. It was just a picture.
It was just. I know what my the red pants.
She doesn't like your red pants or something. I
about
don't know.
that.
It's
I
like,
don't know.
It does. I was just like, okay, we'll take it down. It doesn't. Okay. So it's just one of those things. It's no big deal.
They didn't have the right person taking the picture.
No, my son, I thought, took an okay picture. I thought I did a pretty good job there. Yeah.
Now, are we settled that your son is also going to be participating in the revolution? Because apparently this is getting some chatter going. So first I want to know if he's definitely going to do that OBS work or not. And secondly, because I know you threw a few ideas at me. That's exactly how he put it in the email. Ideas for the New Year's revolution. And they also want to know, they've asked several times now in the chat room, will there be butt smacking? Because there was this whole thing. Well, you guys know.
Oh, fireworks.
Fireworks?
Fireworks, butt check.
All right. Fireworks
That
butt
funny
chat.
stuff.
Gotcha.
It's a crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, people. No.
You never know what'll happen on the revolution.
Yeah, you can't guess at what's going to happen. You're
We're-
like, say, we're talking calm now. In the next few minutes, it can go wild.
Yeah.
You don't know.
I'm doing my best to like organize and make sure that the intro to the show goes well, but surely something's going to go haywire as it typically tends to do. But that's okay.
I might
That's
have
okay.
something up my sleeve.
Okay, good.
Might have something come out.
No, I've got a big production for the intro. I mean, as far as this show goes, Uncle.
Oh, you do?
And so that's why my son is going to have to be involved. He's going to have to be running the basically studio. He's going to be the guy manning the boards of the visuals of what you're seeing as we introduce the show, because we're not going to have any free hand to do it. You and I, Uncle, are going to be busy performing.
Yeah, I can see that because you're going to have a third new person. Of course, you had your wife last year.
Yes, yeah, she's
beginning.
helped out. Yeah, I always have to have somebody help out with the intro. I'm going to at least need my son, and maybe we'll get my wife involved too. I could use somebody on keyboards, but I don't know. We'll see. That's beyond the abilities of my son at this moment. But I know that he will be able to do the video OBS stuff, because it's very much, he does really good with all his online learning stuff at school, and that stuff is a cinch for him. So if I give him some simple instructions, he'll be able to pull that off. And yeah, so that's going to go good, I think. That'll be fun.
Oh.
So that's what's going to happen there.
Anybody listening tonight?
Well, I know that people are listening because we have the usual crowd in the chat room. Shout out to Phase Shifter, Lucum, and Creative Accidents. They're chatting away as they typically are. So a lot of action in the chat room. And yes, ideas. I mean, that's the correct pronunciation of the word idea, depending on who you're listening to. I mean, Paul Senior, like, hey, Paulie, I got a couple ideas for this bike over here.
I think we should make a 911 bike with the twin towers burning up on the sissy bar. We can make the planes could fly into the bike when I'm driving down the road.
Or into the wall.
That's quite the cartoon voice, man. I like it. I really like it.
You know American Chopper, right, Chuck? You
Yeah, of
remember
course.
that
But
stuff?
what's funny to me is you can make that a whole other cartoon character right there. I kind of like the consistency there and the warped sort of northeastern accent. That was great. So, Uncle, I am stealing 2 jokes from the chat room. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you call a deer with no eyes?
Oh. A blind deer.
Oh, come on. You
can't see.
Oh, come on. You have no idea. Anyway, what do you call a deer with no eyes and no legs?
Oh. A pancake.
Could be, but still no idea.
No idea.
Anyway, those are jokes from the chat room. I think Lucum is the one who should be credited with them, but I thought that was funny because I said the word idea and that caused that conversation. Meanwhile, guys, I would love, and Uncle would love it, because 1 call means he got more calls than Aaron, so he's happy if you do that. 319-527-5016. Lines are open and ready. 319-527-5016. And with that, I turn it back to you.
Yeah. Uncle, they're talking about our UFO cult compound in Landers too. That's
the
been quite
compounded Landers?
Yeah, with aliens.
That is in the works.
I
can tell you people in the chat room that I don't know yet either.
It's been a year in the making, hasn't it? But it's coming together. It is.
More than 2. It will be 2 this coming year.
Well,
if we don't get it going, moving, it'll be 2 years.
We're coming up on
a
year.
Getting into until we getting into the house is when I know when it be clear.
It should be good. Everything is all set up. It's just a matter of time. It's been an odd year. Everything's on hold, and this whole project is no different.
With this pandemic stuff going on, we have this. People can't go nowhere. I mean, this is absolutely bananas. We've been like sitting home, bumming our thumbs, don't know what we were doing next. Let's see, what do we do now? We got the thumbs going. I know what's happened next.
That's been the year for a lot of people. Yeah.
Don't know.
I don't feel that way. I have a hard time relating to that.
Because you've been out back and forth.
I know for most people, it's just been sitting at home all day, every day. To a great extent, even when people are working, so many people working from home and kind of feeling that way. But I don't know, a lot of people are enjoying it too. I know my wife is really having a great time with work and working from home. So that's been really cool.
Some of them, yes, I can see that.
So for some it's working out, for others it's not, which is very unfortunate.
Depending on the person. Like it is.
It does.
Same depending on the person.
Yeah.
Do we have a phone looker over there? What is that?
We have a phone.
Phone looker there. Who's that?
Oh yeah, this is all part of the Skype interface. This right here, yeah.
No, this isn't. This is somebody.
Well, it's just the potential that we could have a call, Uncle.
Yeah. Oh.
Call in, everybody. 319-527-5016.
I see this phone ringing here. I see this phone on this.
You could be that phone. We would love that.
I'm going to comments.
Uncle, tell me more about Trump being a supervillain. I want to hear more of your thoughts on this.
Well, he thinks he's a supervillain because he gets home, he gets affected, then goes into the hospital, and he thinks he could come out like Superman.
Mm-hmm. He did. What are you talking about? He did come out like that.
But he still has it, but people are hit. It's a hitting operation of knowing what he has. People want to know what exactly he actually has.
How do you feel about those doctors that had him at Walter Reed? Do you trust them? Do you trust the doctors?
No.
Why not?
Not those.
Why don't you trust them?
Not the right doc, not the right hospital.
Bad hospital.
Bad hospital.
Would he have fared better at, say, maybe Kaiser Permanente? Come out here to California, go to Kaiser Permanente. He'd be in good hands there, or maybe Cedar Sinai in L.A. or
might go to L.A. Sinai, L.A. See how they
Johns Hopkins down in Maryland. There you go. There's a prestigious. I mean, he ought to be in there. Why is he not in Johns Hopkins?
Yeah.
Hey, I got another question for Uncle, actually, and this one comes from a private Skype message. You can call in and ask this question yourself if you want. Just give me the signal. I'll drag you in on Skype, but they haven't responded. They asked at the beginning when Uncle brought up Donald Trump to begin with, what did Uncle think when Donald Trump said it was a blessing from God that he got coronavirus?
Since he got a coronavirus?
Well, when Donald Trump got sick, and he's been going on TV and radio for the past few days, right?
Right.
And he said, I think it's a blessing from God that I got the virus. So they wanted to know what you thought about him saying that.
Well, Lord is telling him something. That's what I think he said.
So he was correct then in saying that.
Then he was correct. What would happen? You talking about this, and that's how you want to talk? Hey, that man can do it. That man can do it.
So
he can cool.
It's a lesson.
Can tell him.
It's a lesson.
You can have it.
It's a lesson, right? It's a lesson. It's like, hey, pay attention to this.
It's more sort of a lesson, right?
Okay.
It's a lesson of this whole how to know. You talk about these things, and what they say, the usual thing, what they say is usually what comes around, goes around, and I think he gotten that from just that. Just saying that words, he got what he asked for.
Okay.
That's more like it. They can tell it to them.
Well, at least he's thankful. That's
Whoa.
sort of uncharacteristic of him, that he's so thankful and gracious about getting this wonderful sickness, this illness.
Why would it be healthy, though? I mean...
Well, he seems just so happy to have gotten it, whereas usually he really... You wouldn't expect him to be the thankful sort. It's like, oh, thanks for that. And like actually even saying thank you at all. You wouldn't expect him to do that. But he did in this case. He thanked his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for giving him the virus. That's what I heard. I mean, I think he said that.
He did?
I don't know. I don't think he knows.
No, what he said is that it was a blessing from God, and that's that. Now, assuming that he says he's a Christian, so take him at his word. That means that he believes that his Lord and Savior, his only Lord and Savior, is Jesus Christ. So therefore, and by the way, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, they are all part of the same construct. So therefore, God blessed him, so Jesus blessed him, and the Holy Spirit blessed him, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So there you have it. He got a blessing from the Trinity. I mean, that would be accurate, Aaron. I'm not trying to be hyperbolic, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, according to what he said, that's the interpretation there.
There
he said it.
There you have it.
But then when he said something about the people after that.
All the people are lucky that we live in America, essentially, I think is what he said. Yeah. Because we have all the great cures here, which he received.
Oh, that's right.
Which are also a blessing from God. So we're all going to be fine. The president is fine. Whoa. He was barely sick. He was sick, but it was a good thing. He's a super villain.
Still, though, they have this description of having to put the mask on.
Oh, yeah.
You have to have the mask. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't be now a rule with all this what's going on. Having this.
It's still one of those rules out there. You go out in public, you wear the mask.
Right. So. Because I haven't been out very much myself.
Yeah. There's a lot of masks out there, Uncle. A whole lot of them.
So, I I'm stuck with no words, man. I can't.
You don't have any left?
I haven't got what to talk about.
Oh no, you don't know what to talk about.
I'm out.
You came here raging like a bull, and that's fine, Uncle. We'll make it through this. And
Hey, look,
again,
that's the way a lot of people are right now, Uncle. It's okay. We understand. Of course, you guys could come on and call in, and I bet you Uncle will perk right up. 319-527-5016. Once again, if you're hearing us live, call in. You know, Uncle, did you see the puppet show that they put on recently on Fox?
Oh, no.
No, it's called Let's Get Real or something like that, or Getting Real. And they have a Donald Trump puppet and a Joe Biden puppet, and they have them doing crazy things. You haven't seen that yet?
No.
Okay. I'm the only one, it seems like. I keep asking everybody. I don't think it got very high ratings.
They're asking in the chat room about Halloween, Uncle. What's happening with Halloween this year? Is there going to be one?
That is a good question, because they have these people. What I'm thinking might happen if they go by car-by riding, but I can't see how that would work. Put them out on a car ride and then have to still get out.
Oh, yeah, the drive-by trick-or-treating.
That I don't think would work either.
I don't know what's
Come to
gonna
think
happen.
of that way.
I don't know.
I don't think... I really think this shouldn't even be one. Honestly.
We should cancel it?
Cancel
I think
Halloween.
wow. Because of this... Well, I do. Because with those viruses, and then they have to put their mask on.
The Halloween costume is a mask, though, usually. A lot of them have masks.
Well, yeah, but...
You can make it part of the Halloween costume easy. Right?
Oh, yeah. Did that.
Seems like it, yeah.
I guess, makes sense if they don't have to have it on. Just have the mask face.
Well, if you're worried about people getting too close to each other, too, the other
That's what
thing
I
is you could leave a bowl outside on the porch. Only thing is now we got the honor system. Just take one, right? And, that way people could come up one at a time, stay apart, right? I don't know.
I have seen some of that. I've seen that in the past happen. Yeah. Some people, let's say, are not home, but they have the lights on, and they leave their candies out, and people just go by and pick them up. I've seen that in the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it could be... I don't see why it couldn't happen. Yeah, there's definitely lots of ways to do it.
Right.
Creative Accidents wants to know if it's been bad taste to wear a coronavirus costume for Halloween. Is that okay to do, Uncle? Could we do that? Somebody?
Corona.
Yeah, dress up like coronavirus, yeah.
That would be something new to make. Making a costume is harder to do than buying one and making a coronavirus thing on top of it. A coronavirus is better to be made in a costume than buying it. Logic accents, that's what you should do. Put it in
there you go.
like that.
Yeah, I know I saw comedian Tim Dillon wore a coronavirus costume for a few bits.
I wonder what it looks like.
Earlier this year. It was pretty funny. It was this big inflatable thing, and, he looked like that, that crazy image we've seen of the virus so many times, that CG image of so it's been done, but it'd be certainly a good Halloween costume. I'm sure somebody's going to be doing it this year.
Yeah. Wow.
This.
Well,
Uncle, do you feel hot? I feel like I'm burning up in here.
Yeah, I am.
We got to do something about this closet situation. It burns up in this
thing. Why don't we put a heater or a fan up here?
Well,
take that height off and put a light in there and put a fan in it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I am burning up.
The sound of a fan can be problematic, though. If we had a window in here, but it's windowless, obviously, in a closet. So we got to figure something out here.
I know.
We got to break out of this
room.
Out of this place.
Because I've been sweating here the past couple of nights when I was doing the show.
Yeah.
But
I feel hot here.
I do too.
I feel like was it Pedro in Napoleon Dynamite, where he's freaking out, he's getting all hot, and then the next thing you know, he shaves all his hair off. Remember that? Have you been watching that movie, Napoleon Dynamite, Uncle? The kids love that movie. Have you watched that? You haven't seen that? Oh man.
I haven't been watching my shows. You know the show I've been watching. But that
Yeah. How's the sword show going? Let's
That
hear about
thing-
that.
that was us going pretty well. Well, tonight we had a. Tonight they had the man wife died going after this man, and she just died and gave the other guy problems too. But it was something to do with her brother. She had brother and sister there. She was getting angry, and we're still trying to figure out who's Larkin is in the show.
Locking.
I'm trying to find out who the heck is Larkin. This is one of the guys talk about.
So Lockin's like a bad guy or
Yeah,
something?
he's a bad guy thing, and I'm still trying to put my finger on what's this.
But they
guy's
never
thing.
they never show Lockin. They just talk about
They
it.
talk about him, but
Huh.
I don't know if it's this guy that he stabbed or who. I mean, I've been trying to figure it out.
That's always an interesting character. The bad guy that you don't see. I kind of like that
that's
character.
what it's like that. But they've been having their sword fights of usual, and fighting back and forth. And they got people trying to get organized. They're in their caves. Everybody's in their caves. They go back and forth, like I said. And of course, now we have a lot of kids in the show.
The kids.
The wife's having kids.
Oh.
And another one is having another one. So it'll be 3. This will be her 3rd one. And the other one, of course, has the first one.
Family is growing then.
In this in process now.
Okay, that's good.
But they lost. Her daughter lost his wife tonight.
One of those kids is going to go on to found the Ottoman Empire, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be exciting. Hope they show that on the show.
Yeah. They get him. That little one that he has is very funny. I got to tell you, that guy moving around, he really wanted to be a swordman. You know. So, but and other than that, there's been a lot of talking, more like.
A lot of talking going on in the show. Okay. You able to keep up with the talking when that happens?
Yeah, I'm
Kinda.
understanding it now.
Okay.
It's getting to a point. I'm getting to see the words come out that they have to still talk really fast, but they keep going back and forth at each other, and know how that goes, and being to go up and down, they driving themselves crazy with all this talking. But
So much talking.
he had to give up. He had to give up as one of the castles, because he gave up one of the castles he grabbed.
Gave up a castle.
Yeah, to one of his friends, and then he comes back here, starts fighting him again. I can't understand these people. They keep fighting, making friends, and fighting. I mean, it's going back and forth.
That's how it goes with a castle. You have a castle, you're going to be fighting. Yeah.
Yeah, things like that. So
That's how it goes.
um,
It's made for as a fortification for when people come to fight you.
Well-
That's the whole idea.
well,
You expect people to come and fight you, so you build the castle.
right. They got this also. This one where they walk around like go down like a flea market and buy things. This other one, that's one they give up. But they and then I have another show. In the same show that I'm walking around, there's another castle. I'm telling you, there's about 4 castles in this part of this graphic that they show.
Wow, that sounds like Mario with all the castles you go to. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool.
But what else we can talk about is, I don't know if you know, but 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 I don't know if you know buying more games. Now,
Okay.
chat room, I want to know, what are these old ones that we can talk and get to?
What are old video games?
Yeah.
There's a ton of them.
I mean, we gotta have to figure them out because I'm.
You want old ones? You don't want to get new ones?
Yeah, I want to get the older ones.
Okay, yeah, there's tons of old ones.
I want to get a couple of those.
Yeah.
I mean, to get a couple of them, then we can play them. Well, them I don't know how to play them. Let them play the new ones. We play the old ones. Get it?
Interesting. Yeah, no.
I mean, that's how I like to do things.
Sure, yeah, I'm into the old ones. I mean,
You know what I'd love to have again is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I'd love that, even for a little bit. By the way, really briefly, they made a Buster Douglas Punch-Out, but they pulled it quickly, So, but I'd love to have the Mike Tyson Punch-Out again.
They have that?
Yeah, that was a good game. I love that one.
It's on that too?
That was an old Nintendo game, Uncle. It's a good one. It's a good one. Yeah, I think they might have that on the Switch. I don't know. I have to look that one up.
Well,
I'm not sure.
I think you might be able to download it. I think you might be able to download it, like along with just about every Nintendo classic. Now, it might not be Mike Tyson's Punch-Out anymore. They might have just switched to Punch-Out for your download, and you don't get to fight Mike Tyson as the last guy. It might be the Sandman or something. But, yeah, but that's the thing is for a brief time, though, they actually had Buster Douglas Punch-Out. I'd love to have that.
Yeah, I remember there being a Buster Douglas game. I think that might have been a Sega game. I remember that. When he beat Mike Tyson, a game came out briefly about that.
Yeah, see, I think it was
a Sega game.
I think it was Nintendo because Sega was best known for the Evander Holyfield one.
Oh.
Which had a great thing where you actually had to choose what to eat, how to train, and all this other stuff. And if you did it the Holyfield way, you could be champion. Of course, there was a cheat code on that, which was brilliant. Did you ever hear about the cheat code on the Evander Holyfield Sega boxing?
No.
You name your guy Beast, and he turns green like the Hulk, and like all of his power-ups are all full from the beginning. And you got a green boxer. He's got green skin, green hair, everything. Fun times, I know. Weird old video game stuff. But anyway, I think Punch-Out would be great to have on a Nintendo Switch and play if you could get the classic game.
Oh, hey. You can look it up there, Fonz. Sidekick.
Yeah. We'll look up all sorts of this stuff for sure.
We'll look it up.
I'm seeing Pole Position in the chat room. That was a racing game that was in the arcade, popular in the arcade. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was fun.
Good. Mario knockoffs. Is there such thing as a Mario knockoff bouncing game?
Yes. They made a lot of derivatives off the original Mario where they like replaced the Mario character with like a rabbit or sorts of weird things, or they changed stuff around, but it's the same Mario game. There's a bunch of them.
There's a game online, Uncle. I don't know. I guarantee you can't get it on the Nintendo Switch, but there may be a modified thing. I hear about these odd games that are created like bootleg games that you can sometimes download also. And they made one where Mario is a Mexican. And he's trying to climb Trump's wall. I'm not kidding, by the way.
Trump's wall.
Mario is actually very popular among the Mexican immigrant population here. And just Mexicans generally, they love him because of like the mustache. And I see guys that wear a shirt with Mario, but they give him like sort of like even darker skin, so he looks more Latino. And he's really kind of like a. It's funny that they love Mario and they kind of like goof around and like joke around like the Mexican version of Mario and stuff. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but this video game is funny with the climbing up Trump's wall, and it's got it was something that came out around 2016 or I think. And I saw that, and of course Mario's wearing a sombrero. So I mean, some people might think it's kind of racist and stuff, but I don't know. It seemed pretty popular for a minute, and I can't find it online anymore. But there's a classic game that you might be able to get a bootleg on the Switch over there. I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, I think all we do is check them and see, and you can find it. I mean, then they can work at finding them. I mean, that's the easy part of finding them. But kind of remember which ones you want. Oh, that's the hardest part.
How about Spy Hunter?
Oh, that sounds interesting. Try and
You ever see Spy Hunter, Aaron?
That's that. Oh yeah. I love that game. That's a
There you go.
weird racing. You're looking straight down, topographical view of the race car, and you're shooting and stuff. Yeah, that's a fun one.
something like a shooting game is good. The
Yeah, there's shooting games. Like the Doom shooter games, like the first person ones, those are always, I enjoyed those. Those are cool. Surely there's new versions of those. There's always a new one of them, I feel like.
You know what's great is I don't know if they allow you to get 64 games as retro downloads, but since you bring up first-person shooter, GoldenEye.
Oh yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
we gotta
that was
get
good.
that, too.
That was a good one. That'd be nice with the updated graphics, too. That'd be a lot of fun to play that.
But even if you have the old graphics, it was so much fun because you had up to 4 players. You could do, the battles, which I bought a whole Nintendo 64 system and invited my friends over, bought 4 controllers just for that purpose. And used to sit there hanging out, in between stuff that I had to do with my friends on a cheap night. Bring your own beer, and we'll just kill each other on GoldenEye.
Oh, yeah. Me and my buddies did that, too. It was a good time. It was always fun.
Very good time.
That was a real fun game for that.
The problem is the switches. When playing with these switches, I'm playing with this garbage car trying to drive it, and boy, I'm going all over the place. There's driving this going back and forth, up and down. Say, wait, get on the road. I'm diving in the water, going up in the air. Oh, boy.
Lucum says the new Doom games are crazy. I could see them making them very scary. Yeah.
Yeah, them too. Well,
I haven't seen the new ones yet. Be interesting.
Yeah, I think the Switch has its own Mario Kart, though, with all new stuff in it. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have that game.
We
We've been
have
playing the
that
Mario Kart game. That's a lot of
We're
fun.
playing that.
Yeah, it's one of the first
That's
ones you
what
gotta
I'm
get.
talking about. That's the one I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's a fun game.
I mean, that one. I'm going all over the place on the road with it. Trying to learn how to drive it.
I got you.
There's a learning curve, but once you get it, it's a fairly easy game.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I didn't like it on the Wii. When they put Mario Kart on the Wii, it kind of sucked.
Oh yeah. That was I remember enjoying it, but yeah, having like some troubles with the controller and stuff, I think.
Yeah, like it was tough because of the control. I don't know what it was with the nature of the controller, and they gave you this bogus, like, here's a steering wheel that you put around your controller that you don't need. They sold you for an extra $50 or something stupid, and it was like, come on, man,
Yeah, I do remember the steering wheel thing. I do recall that. I had forgotten that until now, though. But yeah,
Well, that's why I'm bringing these things up.
I enjoyed it still, but that was a weird controller because you had to like tilt it and stuff just to use it, and it had like the accelerometer or whatever it is in there, so that when you tilt it, you control it with that. So that is kind of odd. It's different.
Right. So you got about 10 minutes left, just so you guys know. I know it seems like it's been real long because everybody's just tired, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Truth be told, I'm struggling here, Uncle. I don't know
can
what's
tell
going on.
you've been up, and that's the first time you've been standing.
I'm standing. This
mean,
is something new.
It is something new because I'm so dried out today that it's not funny.
You're dried out.
I mean, I can't know what to say. I mean,
that's
it's
it.
just one
There's
of these
a
nights, like you said, that I just can't put words to myself.
There's a dry Bowser character in Mario Kart, since we're talking about that. He's
Dry?
dry. Yeah, dry. They call him Dry Bowser. I think there's a Dry Bones character, too, which is just like the Koopa Trooper or whatever. That's Bones.
We get online and we'll look for these things.
We will.
We'll tune in and look for those things.
We will.
Because some of them we can get for free. What was one?
Yes. I know, especially if you get the online membership thing, then there's few games that you can get just for free if you're online. So I don't know.
We did get the one online with Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Did you have to?
Yeah.
You got that? You got that.
We got a Donkey Kong, and there's an online one, and this and the other thing. There's a lot of stuff.
For the new free ones on that. Since we're talking.
See, Phase Shifter says you need to review some beers to cure your dryness.
Oh gosh.
Well, we haven't been to the store.
No, we need to get back. We do.
We haven't been to the store lately, so that's the other thing.
Yeah. I don't know if I could do a beer tonight, honestly. I don't know if it's a beer night and put me to sleep, I think.
Right. Well, it looks like a shutout operation night.
Shout out, of course. Yes, who are you shouting out
there
to,
you
Uncle?
Shout out to old Bear like as usual. Shout out to the regulars like I know. And the night boys. Another shout out to you guys. Whoever wants to listen to them. So that's about all I got.
That's good, yeah. I'll shout out to Robbie Martin because he's another video game guy, and he has his Main Politics series, which he's made a ton of episodes out. I want to say he's like past 100 on that, I want to say. Those videos of him playing the game. So if you haven't checked that out, do that on YouTube.
He's done that many of those?
I think so. It was like 80-something last time I checked, and that was a little
Really?
while ago. I was like, whoa. How do you make so
might
many?
be in the competition if we get a few.
Oh, man, he's rolling through those things, man. It's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. We got to get a few.
Yeah, they're really fun. They're fun videos. Yeah, do watch one. Do watch one. It's worth a watch. It's very fun.
I mean, we can get the games. Like,
Sure.
you want to get the games. I mean, got the machine now.
Yeah.
I mean,
we gotta make a gaming channel now, Uncle. People make channels on YouTube, and
I think that might be what I might be thinking about doing. A channel games thing. Yeah, you got a point there.
It's crazy, like the entertainment and even sport aspect that's starting to surround gaming and video games. It's really crazy to see that really emerging now. It's that there's professional gamers, there's people dedicating entire YouTube channels and like weird little like DIY entertainment spheres that are just completely dedicated to gaming and them gaming and all that. It's really fascinating to kind of watch that.
Well, there's a whole Patreon culture devoted to we'll develop the game and you keep funding us and we'll release different versions of it. So really gaming culture is a whole thing that, quite honestly, those of us who have, things to do all day don't necessarily get to do. But there's a whole culture attached to it. So anyway, I would like to give a couple of shout outs if you don't mind. One to the Great Creative Accidents, who is in the chat room, and one to Random Death Metaler, who is not in the chat room at the moment, but was during my show, because we often hear from these two, and they are a part of what we do, so I wanted to give special ones to them. And also, I concur with Uncle's shout-out to Bear, as always. Somebody did just suggest, though, that it would be good to try and get Bear's daughter on the show. And, and see what's going on. Maybe you could reach out to... I know she has control of the Facebook group, but unfortunately, I think the Twitter handle, nobody knows the password to, that Bear had. I don't know. Maybe it's just me or something. But anyway, maybe we could do a little research and see if we can get a hold of his daughter. I think that would be a good thing.
Yeah. That's a good idea. We should do that.
And, there we go.
Yeah.
And Street Cream, we're definitely sending things around from Ocelli.com. Now, I hear Aaron hasn't gotten to the mailbox. Or, wait a minute. I actually think Aaron hasn't gotten to the mailbox because, Uncle, he never sent me the cards.
I know.
Okay.
I'm trying to, Chuck.
I understand. I understand.
Man.
But just so you know, every chance I get, I'm sending stuff out, but I don't have any Uncle cards, and I don't have any Age of Transitions cards, so what can I do?
I know, I understand. I understand.
Gotta go.
Talking to this guy.
I know.
That'll keep you awake at night.
I've been trying to say that every week. Believe me, Chuck. I've been trying to tell him at least throw out a dozen here, a dozen there. I mean,
That's something, you know.
I
Anyway,
know.
also, I do have some new stickers. So, you know, when you do send me those cards, I'll send you back some new stickers, too. Just-
Hey, I think that's a good rule, though. You don't send nothing for us because we didn't send something for you. Get them on the stick.
yeah, it's your
Yeah,
turn.
That might work 'em.
It's-
That might work 'em.
Right.
I like it.
It's your turn, sidekick. You need to send a package before I send one back to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
all right.
something like that.
Eventually, it's bound to happen.
Eventually, we'll get there.
Put this stuff to bed. I mean, even on your days off, at least to throw something out. You know, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I just gotta get to the mail. I just haven't done it. What can I say? No good. No es bueno.
Well, we're all blaming you now.
Okay, well,
You're
that's fair.
the one to be blamed.
I deserve it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Uncle, the show's pretty much over. We got to tell people about the Instagram and Twitter. You know.
Oh yeah, Instagram and Twitter.
At Uncle Podcast.
.com.
Follow us.
Go on unclepodcast.com and Twitter on Twitter
At Uncle Podcast.
and Uncle Podcast and the FaceTime.
Yeah. Get on FaceTime while you're at it.
FaceTime on it too.
FaceTime your loved ones on Uncle's behalf. That's always worthwhile.
Yeah.
So do that, and then our website is unclethepodcast.com. We're live on Ocelli.com every Friday night.
Every Friday night.
11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this show starts. Join us. Call. Be part of the show. Look forward to Uncle's New Year's Revolution coming up New Year's Eve this year. Watch it and tell people to watch it with you. Watching party.
I expect to hear a few people. I should.
We will hear many people. You will hear
See
people if
some.
you watch or listen to the show. You can do either.
So
Be streaming live on Ocelli.com. We'll be streaming the video version of it on our YouTube. So lots of ways to watch, to listen, and to be a part of the show. We want people to call in and tell us what they're doing on their New Year's as always. So we want you to be a part of the show, and we want we're just gonna be a fun time.
But that's when I may probably wake up then. I'll get going again.
Well, yeah. Uncle and I are quite literally about to fall asleep now, I think, but that's okay because it's nighttime.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. But on New Year's, we'll be raging, and the party will not stop.
Yeah, it won't. It won't stop until it gets started.
It won't stop till it does.
Which
will be many hours later.
That's how that goes.
4-hour extravaganza.
So I'm just waiting on the new year to show up.
We all are. So yes, unclethepodcast.com. Follow us at Uncle Podcast on social media. Thank you for listening. Write up a review on Apple Podcasts of the show. Share the show with people. Tell them to subscribe. And thank you, Uncle.
Thank you.
Bring us on home tonight.
That's it. Bye-bye. Ooh.